or our Patreon community, just was no ads. His advice was that's where you should start. Just advertise on an automated platform because you don't have to think about it, do anything about it. Then when you learn it and refine it, but then have a Patreon, or now Discord has communities. You can just do live shows on Discord and have paid subscription on Discord. It's pretty neat. They're trying to become a platform. I think it's going well for them. But yeah, so it's like two takes on it. We took we made paid additional content. We had something called the After Show, which there are things that were discussed on the After
Show.
Wild! Man. Yeah.
Like, we had to plan DDs for that.
Yeah, that was... yeah. There was always a DD when on After Show weeks. Because it was really gloves off. There are two episodes in particular that one is from me and one is from Ron that are a DNR forever. They were for our paid community because we could control who had access to it. But yeah,
You're talking about the one where my ex flashed everybody?
No, that was awesome. We talk about that all the time. We still talk about that.
She was cute, but she was crazy. Yeah, no. Like, it
was crazy.
Saturday.
That bitch was nuts. 3
p.m. Of course she was. 3 p.m., right?
Sober.
Everyone. Also, she might have microdosed. She is out there. And I'm like, yo, we're going to a party later. I know you. You get drunk.
Hang on. When he says out back, it's important to understand this is at my parents' house.
This is at his parents' house. His grandparents are there. Parents are there. Children are there.
Like
the sun is out.
Okay, so this isn't like, hey, don't take your titties out at Disney World?
No, it's the same girl, though.
Oh, my God.
This is one-legged possum bitch, right? Like, not my best call. Not my worst call, but not my best call.
Old possum pussy.
Hey, EAV, okay? Represent. The land of bad decisions. Anyway, so, like, we're out there, and she's like, oh, we're on a party later. I'm like, I know you're going to get drunk, and you're going to pull your titties out. Like, that's just you. I accept you for you. Like, don't do it around my friend and his family. I've already gotten the talk from his parents before. Like, I don't need it again. Wait till we go to the after party, because we had all rented, like, a water slide, because we're adults, and, oh, my God, you can do that for, like, $200. Great party.
Wonderful. Everyone needs a water slide.
Yeah. Instead, she had pasties on and flashed Josh's children and parents and grandparents, and I'm pretty sure almost killed somebody's grandpa.
Dude, my 88-year-old grandpa was like, ha ha. I was like, you didn't even make that noise.
Like, all the blood from his heart just gone.
That's not a thing that, like, he doesn't say that. He doesn't use that expression.
Yeah, then we go to a party, and we roll deep in Florida. Like, there's 30 people at this party. She flashed every goddamn one of them. Like, not even, hey, my name is, just, have you seen my tits?
Yeah, not even that. It wasn't like at once. It wasn't like group photos she flashed. It was like she walked around and was like, look at these pasties. Look at these. Look. It was whatever. I like boobs, so.
Okay, to all of our listeners out there and all of our artistically inclined, please send your art renderings of a one-legged possum flashing people to comedymannerspod@gmail.com.
Yeah.
I will post winners. I will post them on all of our social media. Please. This is the greatest moment ever. Please.
Yeah, someone should go ask, was that the AI called Dolly or something?
Yeah, don't cheat. Do it yourself.
Yeah. Don't cheat with the AI art. I want to see, like, actual artists. I want to promote actual artists doing this. This would be a great thing. Remember, that's a one-legged possum flashing folks
with pasties.
Go ham. And that send it to our email, comedymannerspod@gmail.com.
All right, so you've discussed monetization, like the end goal. Let's go back to the beginning. Mm-hmm. Concepts, like the idea of the podcast, like the mission statement, if you will. if you're a business major, like how do you feel that steering needs to be? Because I understand your job, at least with a lot of the podcast, was to keep everybody on track.
Yeah, I had a very administrative role in a lot of things.
It was a dad role.
It was a very dad role, long before I was a dad. And that's okay. It was a lot of like the scheduling and stuff. It was putting together anyway, a lot of the administrative stuff. I think unless you're like one of 10 podcasts a year, it's going to be a long time before you make money. And I think if you go into it with the expectation that you're going to make money, it is a steeper hill.
Very fair. Same with comedy. Do it because you love doing it, because the pay gap is way worse than any other pay gap you've ever heard.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle made $100 million for an hour. I think I make $25 a show after I pay all the comics.
Yeah, there's a comedy show tomorrow night, and I'm paying to get in to perform. So...
Oh, really?
I don't know. I think so.
No, you're not.
Fuck yeah. Even better.
No, we only charge tickets when somebody big, like Mo Alexander or Catherine Blanford or... You know, one day I'll have more than just those two aces in the hole. No, y'all are all blown up and y'all are amazing, but it's going to be a great, amazing show. I'm sorry that by the time you hear this, it'll be over. But
yeah.
We do it every year, and it is...
Can I ask who you think will win?
Ooh.
Is that...
I don't
put you on that spot. Is that not fair? I don't want to...
I mean, you can do that. I have had so many comics hit me up. There are comics from other states coming for this, because it's not just, if you win, you get $100. It's, I'm leveling up your career. You get headshots. You need those for a press kit. We'll go over it later. You get a logo made. You get merch made. You get an online storefront. You get a website. You get a headlining spot later on.
Oh, cool.
Like... It's not just, you win this, move on, whatever. Like, I'm trying to push people to the moon, and that's what it's about. As far as who will win, I don't know. We have Vasco Sanders, who won it last year, as one of the judges. We have Felix, who won second last year, coming back. And, oh my God, has he brought the funny. Like, we had him on a couple months ago, and... just a little dude, and he's just like, I couldn't be an X-Man, this, that, whatever, and he just starts talking shit about himself. I won't ruin it, but like, I spit my drink. Like, I booked shows, and I was just like, oh damn, he's gotten so much better. And then we have Devin going through, and like, Devin does not give a fuck.
Yeah,
like,
Devin's like rapidly. Like I love watching Devin perform, because I've seen him go from awkward and just all of a sudden just fucking fire,
and not afraid to call anybody out. Like,
yeah, he just brings the heat.
Yeah, she throws down, and for those of you not familiar,
I'm sorry, yeah, she
binary or non-binary, some other adjectives I don't know.
It's part of the set.
Yeah, but amazing human. Sold me my new S23. Fuck iPhones.
Man, political correctness. I'm sorry, I totally interrupted you. That's gotta be such a hard thing to deal with.
Well,
as a comic.
I look at it like this, and like, it was Hodo and the Tangerine Dream, and rest in peace to both of them. They said it best. If somebody puts that much fucking effort into it, you say ma'am. The end. And if your friend asks you, hey, call me this instead, be a fucking friend and do it. Like, that's, I have been asked weirder shit,
Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I I feel bad. Sometimes I mix up something. I can get it wrong too. Like, I'm sorry. I don't mean
as long as it's done with...
I just can't keep it straight. I know what mine are, and I don't give a fuck what... Anyways, that's too far.
I've had several drag queens come up and they're like, hey, I know it's not out of malice, it's just out of ignorance. Which is a fucking roast, but like... fair. The greatest way to inspire somebody to not get it wrong the next time is to make it memorable. And they damn sure did.
Fair. That's fair.
But, yeah, I appreciate you being here. And the wealth of knowledge. Like, I know you don't feel it because you have imposter syndrome for no good reason because you're amazing.
Oh, thanks.
But you've done amazing things in the podcast world. And everyone, go check them out. Check out Slightly Josh. He is DJing. He even got a TikTok.
That's true. I got back on social media for that after my 5-year hiatus.
Nice.
I just didn't care anymore. I wanted to go live in my hidey hole, so I just Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I was still on Reddit, I guess, but I stopped participating. Just everything. I stopped. I was like, I just focus on my kids. I'm just gonna do that because it takes too much time. Ugh. You know what the average amount of screen time is for a TikTok user?
I don't know, but I'm blowing that shit away. I live on the line.
Ugh.
Honestly, a day. If you had to guess, what is the average, global average?
Oh my god.
5 to 15 hours.
I want to say 8.
Wow. 90 minutes. Global average.
Those are rookie numbers. Y'all need to get those up. Get on my level.
So I hope you guys are at least TikToking outside so you're getting some sunlight while you work out that thumb. For 8 hours a day, apparently. What the fuck, guys?
I know when it comes to social media, I'm absolutely terrible because of my ADHD, and as a comic, I'm trying to wrangle all my social medias together and do stuff and be active and try to make everything flow within each other and all this. And then
welcome to my hell.
Yeah, and then with my ADHD, I see just one thing and it just derails, and then I'm gone for 3 hours on this one doom scroll.
No, I forget who said it. And it's doing stuff with ADHD is kind of like being a Roomba. You'll be in several rooms and you'll do a little shit, but you are not cleaning anything. You are...
that participation award really is important because I'm doing so much for it.
Oh, pardon me.
But we are at 57 minutes if we want to go ahead and...
I think that's a good wrap. I think we should leave on a good thought.
Yeah.
What do you think the best and worst parts of a podcast are?
Ooh, that's an interesting question. The best and worst parts of a podcast. The worst part is that, I still, this long after having to close down the Twisted 10, we still talk about it. But the reason we had to turn down the show is that it was growing to a point that it was creating actual work, and we were all very, very busy. And we just started falling too far behind in recording. And we all got really sick, and the pandemic happened, all that, whatever, the whole struggle.
Pregnancy is not a sickness, Josh.
That's fine.
And at least you got a vasectomy.
That's true. Very worth it. I recommend everyone does it. It's $500. It's outpatient. Sit on some beans for a couple days. It'll be all right. 2
pair of underwear, 2 packs of frozen peas.
That's so easy. My doctor didn't even prescribe me painkillers or anything afterwards because I have MS and a marijuana card. And so he said, if you have a high pain tolerance, that'll be enough. You'll have that for a few days and you'll be fine. If you need anything, take aspirin. That is how benign the after. Anyways, everyone should do it. Too many kids. Too many people who don't want kids. Who have kids. Worst part. So it becomes work, right? And that's inevitable. If you're trying to grow a podcast, you're trying to create work for you. That's rewarding, but you're still creating work for yourself.